Chargebacks. What are they and how do you prevent them? If you are a merchant taking payments online, you've inevitably heard reference to chargebacks. But what are they? A chargeback, also referred to as a disputed payment, is a term used when a cardholder disputes the validity of a card payment transaction or wishes to cancel their purchase. This can happen for many reasons. A cardholder may not recognize a transaction on their bank statement or wish to reverse a payment for an item that was never received. The merchant may have had a technical issue that duplicated a transaction or caused an error. A cardholder's information may have been compromised, or, in some cases, they could be fraudulently contesting a legitimate transaction. To start the chargeback process, the cardholder requests a reversal of funds through their card issuer, who will immediately deduct the amount of the disputed transaction from the merchant account. The card issuer will contact the merchant's bank with a retrieval request for transaction information, such as proof that the cardholder authorized the transaction and purchased the goods or services from the merchant. If the merchant wants to dispute the chargeback, it will then be required to provide documentation such as receipts, proof of delivery, invoices, and any other information to support the transaction. If the chargeback request is successfully disputed, the funds will be returned to the merchant. If not, the transaction will be reversed and the card issuer will receive a refund. The merchant should maintain their records and authentication data at the time of purchase. Unfortunately, the burden of proof is solely on the merchant, and the requirements to successfully dispute a transaction can be complex. Even if a dispute is successful, the process can be quite costly, both in terms of time and resource. The process can be complicated and can take as long as 120 days. So, what can Pixxles do to help manage chargebacks? At Pixxles, we take a proactive approach and try to streamline the process before it can become a formal chargeback, thereby resolving the issue within days. We provide clear descriptors for our merchants so that their customers understand who is debiting their account, and make sure ensuring that all the relevant transaction and merchant details are available. We have risk management tools and analysts that monitor transactions and work with our merchants to identify irregular or potentially fraudulent orders to ensure illegitimate transactions can be refunded before the chargeback process can start. Finally, our chargeback team will help merchants with their dispute process to ensure that only transactions that should be refunded are sent back to the customer. Contact the Pixxles team to learn more.